Thank you for having me. Yeah, I'll be presenting a little bit about vegan labeling. And one of the first things we wanted to show you is obviously how to catch consumers' attention if there's the fully stocked shelves in the supermarket. And obviously, one way of doing this is with a label, with a trademark as ours in this case, but it can be any independent trademark, obviously, that's on the market because there are several international trademarks. First, I wanted to share some information with you that could be interesting. Considering labeling and considering also definitions, because I heard about plant-based earlier and I'm really curious in the panel later to understand why that choice was made. But just so you know that for now, in the European Union, there are no binding legal definitions of the terms vegan and vegetarian. There are definitions made by the Vegan Society and also the definitions we use at the V-Label. So those are linked to trademarks or organizations, but it's nothing cut in stone or set in law, even though that's been on the agenda of the European Commission for, I think, almost over 10 years, but it's somewhere in a drawer and not priority enough. I know in Germany, there is a definition that is accepted and agreed upon by the German Food and Drink Association that is in collaboration with ProVeg, which is the V-Label definitions for vegetarian and vegan. Why is it so important to have a label and an independent trademark? Is because for consumers, they're looking for something that they can trust. They want shopping to be quick, and they don't want to have to read all the ingredients on every single item in the shop that they want to buy. So it's just an aid to make a quick purchase decision. And there's like 3 elements that I wanted to focus on here, which is clarity. And the percentages that we're showing here are based on studies, and the sources, yeah, we have them obviously. So if you're interested, we can share them. And so as it says in this, one of the studies is that labeling done by independent organizations is more trusted by consumers than manufacturers' own labels. Because we see more and more producers or even retailers writing vegan or vegetarian on products, but very often, at least as an organization here in Belgium, we are the official organization for vegan and vegetarian, with a vegan and vegetarian mission, we do get a lot of complaints about people saying, oh, or this product is supposed to be vegan, but it has honey, or yeah, a lot of uncertainty is created by this because there's not a clear criteria what these manufacturers or retailers are using. And we also see it in the social media, the discussions about this. And also more than 60% of the people that were interviewed in this specific study believe that environmental organizations are more conscientious than private labels when it concerns, really define using the right vegan and vegetarian definitions. Trust is a very important issue, obviously, is that the V-Label, for example, is a specific study around the V-Label is known by 96% of the veggie target audience in Germany, and even almost 40% of all consumers in Germany, since it's been around for like 25 years, so it's quite well known. And orientation, in this case, it was a question if that helps you, and 80% of the consumers that define themselves as vegetarian and vegan really found the V-Label, for example, very helpful. Then as a retailer, why should you work with a third-party label? So I really touched upon it already for a little bit. I think there's 3 main issues or main aspects that I'd like to highlight is that especially the experience and the know-how. Trademarks that are independent like ours or like our competitors or other labels like in other countries, they have the experience and the know-how. So some exist for, like ours exists for 25 years, others might exist a bit longer or a little bit less long, but at least they've been around. So they have been engaging for a long time with people in quality management, food technology, chemistry, cosmetology, marketing. And yeah, we are a bit the front runners of a global movement, like the early adopters when it comes to the vegan movement. Also, it's very useful because you will avoid the risk of mislabeling products using private label manufacturing, because the criteria of an independent label are very clear, the process is very strict, and we don't stop at ingredients, for example. We go really into the processing methods. For a producer or retailer, it's very useful to have an independent trademark organization, because they, in our case, are present in over 30 countries in the world, and we speak more than 20 languages. And so yeah, it's really helpful to do that with a local support. Also, like this independent trademark organization can help you with promoting your products through their social media or magazine, or with their members or fans or followers. And obviously, very important, as a retailer, you will have less complaints, so more time for business. Also, you offer consumers this way, really this easy choice, this recognizable trademark. So we'll just stand out in the supermarkets. When you look at really cooperation with retail, what we know is that retailers choose, as from our experience in several countries where we have close cooperation with retailers, is that they choose the trademark because for them it's a way to help vegan and vegetarian consumers to easily find products in their shop. They know it helps them because of the high awareness, the widely used internationally trademark, and it's very trusted in these subgroups of consumers. And that also allows them to focus with the rest of the packaging on addressing like flexitarians or even reducitarians or whatever you want to call them, with the rest of the packaging layout, of maybe using other colors or other ways of really appealing to these people. Even so, you shouldn't think that a vegan trademark or a logo is only helping vegan consumers, because every consumer every now and then can consume vegan products or buys it for some member of their family or friends. So it's really should not look at it as only addressing a smaller part of the population, even though the vegan consumers are often more the early adopters of new products, so they can be very like made into ambassadors for you. And obviously, as a retailer, if you work with an independent trademark, your brand will benefit from the reputation of this independent trademark and all the communication that is done with the publicity by this trademark, for example. So that's very short because I had 10 minutes and I think I even reached it almost already. Just for your information, our trademark is found on different social media. You have here the Instagram and VLabel page, so you can look into that if you like. And here are the sources of some of the research that I talked about a bit. And yeah, feel free to contact us or afterwards or in the panel with your questions. And I'm really looking forward to interacting with you.